Hey YouTube, what's happening? Chris here. I want to bring you guys a little update on Bitcoin. What I'm going to try to do for y'all today is get out maybe 2 or 3 videos, and they're only going to be about 4 or 5 minutes. We're going to go over Bitcoin in one, we're going to do Litecoin in one, we're going to do Ethereum in one. Right now, guys, I'm still struggling with talking a lot, so I'm not going to be able to do like a 15-minute video, so that's why I said I'm just going to keep it to like probably 4 or 5 minutes on each one of these and really get out my points to y'all. And I want to know what you guys are thinking, so please leave it down low if you agree with these points. If you disagree, I want to hear what you all are thinking. And if you could, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. We're trying for 100 likes on this video. You guys have been killing it for me, and I'm very thankful. So we'll dig into this. What we're looking at here for Bitcoin, guys, we're at 39.36. And what's happening is a lot of guys are looking at potentially shorting this area. If you go to the Bitcoin longs, they're actually, the longs chart, they're actually kind of dropping off the cliff in terms of people going long. And the reason for that is, I'll show you a couple things. So this red box is very strong overhead resistance here, and that's going to be from around that $4,000 area, $3,900, all the way up to around $4,400. So this is really strong. What we're having is these lower highs in this trend line. Now it's great that we broke out of this trend line, but what's happening is our 0.236 is right here, and we're running into it directly right there. And that is very hard to get up above and close up above and stay up above. And that's what we need to do for this move to continue on. Right now, I don't feel like we have the juice for it to continue on right now. We would have to have a further pullback. And the reason why I'm saying that, we're looking at Bitcoin on the 4-hour chart here, and take a look at this, guys. So our price over here got up to around $3,700, and it was this move right here. Then we moved sideways where we are doing videos talking about either a bull flag or a BART pattern. And it ended up being a bull flag. We ended up breaking out of that right there and going up. Now, what I'm seeing, though, is, do you see the RSI is very similar? This price right here is up about $200 more than this price over here, but the RSI is very similar. It's the same, and it's at 85 right now in the 4 hours, so we're definitely oversold right now. Or I'm sorry, overbought right now, guys. I apologize. We're overbought right now. Remember, anything over 70 is overbought, and we're up at 85 right now. And we're kind of having this double top here. So whenever you see a price that was lower, just like that, but the RSI basically is high as a price that's higher, that means we're having that divergence. So really keep that in mind. We're going to pull off the Fibonacci, but remember, guys, we got to get above that 0.236. It's crucial that we get up above that, and we're not up above that yet. We basically wicked right into it. So next thing we're going to talk about, once we talk about this box right up here. All right, so these are the areas where I feel like a lot of guys are going to be shorting. That's just my opinion. All right, now in terms of going long, what some people are thinking, so we got this nice breakout from here. Some are looking for us to pull back onto this 20-day EMA around 37.57. We're going to see if we can get a bounce or hold off that and maybe move up a little higher and test around this $4,000 or so. That's a possibility, guys. A lot of times you'll have those breakouts and you'll pull back to that before you make a further move. That's a possibility. Or, guys, we could just see straight rejection right now and we come back down and we test this trend line. That's a possibility. But what I do like is we're above the 20, the 50, and the 200-day moving average on the 4-hour chart right now. So we're up above that. We did have that breakout, guys. But now, like I said, take a look at that RSI. Pay attention to the volume. The volume slowing down. This green box is where I would have buy orders in to see if we get a double bounce off that. So that's around that $3,100 range right in there. That's what I've been paying attention to and looking at. And now we're going to get in closer, guys. All right, so we talked about trend line breaks and how powerful they are, and that is a really good one, guys. We had a nice breakup out of here, and let's actually measure this. So our price range just from once we broke out of this trend line. Remember how we've studied this in my books, how you have breakouts, guys, where you can run one of the best patterns. I think number one is the high type flag. So this bull flag, exactly what we had here, where we extrapolate this pole and we put it over here for the breakout, and it basically worked out perfect. So it's actually one of the best patterns you can play is the bull flag. But just from the trend line break, we went up around 9%, 10% from there, guys. So that's something that's a big deal, but we have to see if we're going to pull back, we're going to lose some of these gains before we maybe try higher. We're going to have to see. But it's nice also to have these moving averages starting to curl up. That's always an exciting thing, that we start treating them as support as opposed to having them as resistance. We've had them for resistance for so long now that it's nice to get up above them a little bit here. But like I said, we're running into some trouble, guys. If we really zoom into these candles right here, we're just running out of steam. We had some really long wicks here. If you can see that there. that almost rickshaw man doji. And now here, guys, we're trying to make a nice little push up, but take a look at the RSI again. It's basically at the same level as this candle here, but look how much higher the price is. So those are the type of things that you're looking for a potential maybe fall back down into this range, that 37.52. So we're going to have to see. We're going to have to keep an eye on it, guys. And the next video we're going to try to get out is Litecoin. We're going to be looking at that. But pay attention to all these golden crosses. You know, you got our 20 crossing over the 50. That's a big deal. We got the 50 crossing over the 200 there. So really keep that in mind, guys, and don't slack on that. So it was a nice move, but be aware, pay attention, and have your guard up. That's the best I can tell you right now. Pay attention to the volume. Pay attention to that RSI. Look for those divergences, convergences, all those types of things. God bless each and every one.